At the age of 83, Jean Ping, president of the Rassemblement pour la Nouvelle République, has announced his decision to support Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema for the presidential election in Gabon on April 12. In view of these events of the August 30, 2023, which have radically transformed Gabon's political landscape, the former chairman of the African Union Commission intends to make his contribution to Gabon's future with his endorsement.
Le soutien du président Ping
President Ping's support for the president, Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, comes as no surprise to the people of Gabon. It is obvious because Jean Ping already stood up to Ali in 2016, which is to say that it is an affront he wanted to take Gabon out of dependence.
le Gabon de la dépendance.
Jean Ping came second in the August 2016 presidential election with 48.23% of the vote, compared with 49.80% for Ali Bongo of the Gabonese Democratic Party. He has held several ministerial portfolios: foreign affairs, mines, tourism. He is also former president of the United Nations General Assembly.
Jean Ping ne peut pas
Jean Ping cannot exclude himself from the arrival in power of the military who, for the people, are restoring the dignity of the Gabonese people, restoring life together, and that is what is being built today.
qui est en train de se construire aujourd'hui.
For the opposition leader under Ali Bongo, the best solution for this Central African country is to support the candidacy of Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, a man he believes is capable of bringing positive change to Gabon.
On Saturday, April 5th, Laurence Ndong visited the Medza 1 and Medza 2 localities, two districts of the Congo Commune, as part of a political discussion on the presidential election of April 12, 2025. The aim of the event was to encourage the population to vote 100% for candidate Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, who, in 19 months of transition, has a positive track record in implementing development projects for the benefit of Gabon's citizens. We're on the campaign trail, and our aim was to raise awareness among the population and give them the right arguments to choose candidate Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema on April 12, 2025. He's the only president who reassures people, because words promise, but actions reassure. And Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema's track record during these 19 months of transition reassures the Gabonese people. If we give him 7 years, our country will be truly transformed. The people are there, ready to vote Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, the builder. Presenting candidate Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema as the best choice for Gabon, Laurence Ndong, campaign director for the commune of Kango and official spokesperson for candidate Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, insisted on the massive participation of the population in the April 12 presidential election. Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema has proved his worth by organizing the liberation coup on August 30, 2023, so that the blood of Gabonese will cease to flow at each presidential election, as it did in 2009 and 2016, when some imposed themselves on power by shedding the blood of Gabonese. Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema has put an end to this, and in 19 months, he has put the whole country to work, giving hope to the Gabonese people. Now we're going to give him legitimacy and time to continue what he started. Since the arrival of General Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema as president of the transition, the commune of Kango has benefited from a number of projects, including the construction of schools, health centers, electrification, and many others. The town is also home to the Libreville 2 construction project and the new international airport. Gabon's education system remains largely theory-driven, with little correlation between the curriculum and the skills required on the labor market. In 2024, the official figure for the overall unemployment rate was 36.4%, with youth unemployment approaching 40%. This disconnect contributes directly to the high unemployment among young people, who are unable to meet the needs of the local economic fabric. Reform is needed to integrate technical and practical skills at secondary level, with an emphasis on strategic areas such as science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
La formation que l'on donne
The training we give our young people can help produce a skilled workforce on the market. There's no point in training just for the sake of training. We need to put skilled labor on the market so that we can give companies an answer.
Donne une réponse aux entreprises. Donc,
In addition, the lack of coordination between training policies and the real needs of the labor market is a major cause of structural unemployment in Gabon. The lack of skilled labor in key sectors such as agriculture, fishing, construction, and the extractive industries is a major brake on economic growth. High schools only train for theoretical subjects, linked to the trade, of course. Companies provide practical training. We are lucky to have this system because the state no longer pays for the labor. The company pays for it. According to education experts, the introduction of a harmonized institutional framework, including skills mapping, validation of acquired experience, and certification of diplomas, would make it easier to steer young people towards promising sectors. This is a challenge that the new president of Gabon will have to take into account after the elections on the 14th April 2025.
Located on the coast of Central Africa, Gabon boasts a rich cultural diversity influenced by its various ethnic groups, its colonial history, and its varied landscapes. Gabon is a crossroads of culture where several ethnic groups live side by side, each with its own traditions and rights. Among the major ethnic groups are the Fang, Puno, Nzebi, and Miene. Initiatory rites such as Buitsi practiced by the Fang and Minsongo play a central role in Gabonese spirituality. The country's cultural traditions are enriched by its linguistic and ethnic diversity. Enhancing this natural and cultural heritage is not a challenge. We need to retain it, and that's very important. Globalization and increasing urbanization are training certain ancestral traditions. This risks relegating them to oblivion. What's more, the preservation of natural sites must constantly hand in hand with economic pressures and development needs. Gabon currently has two jewels on UNESCO's World Heritage list, namely the Lope National Park and the Invindo National Park, which have been inscribed in 2021 at the 44th enlarged session of the World Heritage Committee. The Central African country is home to 13 national parks representing around 11% of its territory and has a unique biodiversity. Gabon has remarkable cultural and natural assets. Preserving and promoting this heritage requires a collective effort that must combine respect and traditions with adaptation to contemporary realities. And only in this way can we ensure that it is passed on to the future generations, which is a real challenge in my opinion. Gabonese culture is a unique fusion of ancestral traditions and modernity with a particular emphasis on music, dance, crafts, and the relationship with nature. These elements reflect a vibrant and diverse society. Current initiatives by the Gabonese authorities, although still tentative, augur well for the future of this key sector.